Hey, it's me. For those who are wondering why Nestor is not going to be in this video, it's because he's asleep at the moment, so shh, don't wake him up. In this part, I will cover most of the Hell Channel series and some other minor things that don't watch my videos and don't subscribe did. Since his name is so long to the point even his acronym is way too complicated to address, I'll just call him Don't for the sake of this video. So, Don has released a series of videos entitled Hell Channel, where he takes a specific, mostly low quality video made by a member of any major fandom that the internet acknowledges. From what it looks like, the majority of his content discussed comes from people under the age of 13, or at least it seemed like so. Starting off with the Undertale fandom, his first targets were so-called Sans girls that usually made animations of themselves and the character Sans shipped together within shitting on some other characters. Like, I don't know, Katia or Yukari. No one cares about those anyway. A lot can be said about those people, but I don't think it's really necessary to discuss them. Mainly to the fact that those videos were trolls, so those videos were made intentionally to make the fandom look bad. And Don't, of course, even if he knew at the time, took the bait and already threw a lot of shade on the fandom in an excuse to protect the Toho community, or something like that, not mentioning his witty counter-arguments that didn't really make much sense, or even could be proven, like basically using Yukari being the best and killing characters from the other universe, which doesn't really make much sense because they come from different universes, so you can't really compare their power against themselves. But whatever, we still needed to know if he knew about those videos being trolls in the first place, so we've reached out to him and he admitted he knew about it at the time. This means that all of the hate he spread on Undertale was just fake, and he was aware, causing even more hate on Undertale that wasn't accounted for at all. After discontinuing the Hell Channel series, Don't started moving on some random people, but it seems like the content he discussed this time was legitimate and was made without any intentional hurt to anyone. Like recently he did it on a little kid that made a self-made story on Cuphead. Don't bashes the kid right in the head for low quality and cringy story, which again was made by a kid.
Just fucking kill me already! What the fuck is going on in this fucking movie? Just fucking kill me!
Of course, an animation done by a child wouldn't meet up to his Jay-Z Boy tier standards, but fucking come on! It wasn't even that bad to begin with. I've done much worse stuff in Pivot at his age. Like, look at this. It's still really goofy. Good old Pivot. Anyway, instead of giving the kid some fair criticism so he could improve upon his work, don't just spam a bunch of memes to call out his lack of skills on the editing and context, which to be honest I found much more entertaining and bizarre compared to the somewhat overused meme format Don't uses. Like, alongside that, one of the topics to really talk about is for sure Jay-Z Boy letters, which sparkle a little bit on YouTube for quite some time, but I still think it's worth discussing. It revolved around a kid that had a YouTube channel called Jay-Z Boy, with a space. He's some other kid who's a fan of Jay-Z Boy, one of the more famous YouTube animators mostly known from Undertale vs Toho series. Starting off really innocent and unnoticed, he was just showing animations he did and other things, later trying to assign himself to impersonating Jay-Z Boy. But since everyone knew it wasn't the real person anyway, no one really bothered. But then, Don't fucking watch my videos and Don't subscribe had to drop an atom bomb on him by doing and publishing a green screen of him so people can bully the kid later on their own. Not to mention how terrible the green screen looks like. Even if it was just for 1 second, he later made infinite video parodies featuring said green screen, and in the end, just letting the fans take on the lifeless corpse and eat it whole, after Don't just destroyed him. You do realize that anything that you do and say publicly about will be followed by your fans? Those people you take on can't even fight against your shitty videos because your fanbase destroys them whole before they get to even say anything. This might and most likely will result in really fatal consequences if you're going to continue this. Doing unfunny content and being an annoyance to everyone is one thing, but I really thought you wouldn't go to such a low level as publicly bullying children over the internet. You do call yourself the IDOPS of the Toho community, but let's just all agree you're a pathetic, much worse bootleg version of Leafy. People shouldn't watch nor subscribe your content, taking by the fact just how many terrible things you've done already on your channel, and that is not including the fact that you've publicly been insulting the creator of the game you seem to be a fan of. But the fact they still do watch your videos makes me sick to think how cruel a person can be just to seek out for attention and popularity. So, please, just stop it. Period. Next part will be covered by Mima, and we'll discuss Don's content in general, along with some plagiarism. Alongside that, there will be discussed that little bit of that Zoom stream rate that everyone seems to be talking about, so make sure to check that out as well. Also, apologies to you guys for my recent lack of videos. I'm currently trying to fight real life and its amazing perks, but once I return, I'll give you the stuff you all deserve. And as for now, thanks for watching, me out.